God's sakes, what the hell happened to you? What kind of damage was done to you? Caring only makes you
Weak. They think you care, they'll walk all over you.
Harvey Specter was right, but he wasn't telling you the whole truth. When you care too much about what others think, want, or feel, you hand them the keys to your life. You give them a power over you that they never earned and don't deserve. But here's what Harvey didn't say. Not giving a shit isn't about being cold or heartless. It's about being selective with where you invest your emotional energy. Look at the men you truly respect. They don't run around trying to please everyone. They don't bend over backward for approval. They don't waste time worrying about opinions that don't matter. Today, I'm going to show you why not giving a fuck is the most powerful mindset shift you'll ever make. Every day, you're burning emotional energy on things that simply don't deserve it. The comment from a stranger online, the opinion of someone who hasn't accomplished anything, the judgment from people who don't pay your bills, the approval of those who wouldn't help you if you needed it. And every ounce of energy you waste caring about these things is energy stolen from what actually matters. Let me break down what not giving a shit really means, because most people get this completely wrong. Not giving a shit doesn't mean not caring about anything. It means caring deeply about the few things that deserve your attention and cutting out all the rest. When you stop caring about meaningless opinions, petty judgments, and social approval, something magical happens. You get your power back. You have emotional energy to invest in what matters instead of what doesn't. Think about the last time you worried about what someone thought of you. Did worrying change their opinion? Did it make your life better in any way? Now think about what you could have done with that energy instead. Most men never realize how much they're paying by caring too much about the wrong things. When you care too much about approval, you make yourself small. You hide your opinions. When you care too much about criticism, you avoid risks. You stick to what's safe. You never put yourself out there where real success happens. When you care too much about fitting in, you sacrifice your uniqueness. Here's the ugly truth most men never confront. You cannot care deeply about everything. You don't have the emotional capacity. So how do you develop this mindset? How do you train yourself to stop caring about what doesn't deserve your attention? It starts with a fundamental shift in how you view your attention. Your care isn't free. It has value. Start treating it that way. First, draw 2 circles in your mind. In the first circle, put everything you can directly control: your actions, your words, your work, your responses. In the second circle, put everything you can influence but not control: how your work is received, how others respond to you, the results of your efforts. Everything outside these circles, those things you can neither control nor influence, that's where you practice not giving a shit. When you feel yourself caring about something, ask one question. Is this in my circle of control or influence? If the answer is no, let it go, immediately. Second, before you give emotional energy to anything negative, give yourself 24 hours before deciding if it deserves your emotional energy. The vast majority of things that seem important in the moment are completely irrelevant a day later. Not giving a shit requires clear boundaries. You must decide and declare what you will and won't accept. When you have clear boundaries, you don't have to waste energy deciding what deserves your care. The decisions are already made. From this moment forward, I want you to be ruthlessly selective with your care. Save it for the work that moves you toward your goals, the people who genuinely matter in your life. Everything else, let it go. Stop giving a fuck about temporary opinions, insignificant problems, and the judgments of people who don't deserve a voice in your life. I can tell you about not giving a shit all day, but what matters is whether you're ready to actually live it. At Value Club, I'm not here to sell you some bullshit be your best self program. I'm creating a space where men learn to stop wasting their energy on things that don't matter and start focusing on what actually improves their lives. Hit subscribe now. The men who truly get ahead aren't waiting for the perfect moment. They're making decisions like this one right now. The choice is simple. Make it.